Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fallout 4. This is Nightmare again. This is my first Fallout video, but I have a lot of progress into this game so far, so I thought I might as well show off one of my favorite personal settlements of mine. This one's a little weird to see at first, because it's a fairly odd setup one when you first find it. Also quite a bitch to obtain if you're early on in the game. Right off the coast of the castle, you'll find an island called Spectacle Island. This is, in fact, where this is located. It's, overrun by Mirelurks when you first get there, and there's a Mirelurk queen guarding where you will turn on the power so you can gain access. And after a little bit of a lengthy process, you gain access to the settlement. After some works put into the settlement, I actually eventually abandoned Sanctuary Hills for it. So far, right now, what you're seeing is my crafting area on the boardwalk that I made. This is a box of weapon parts. The shit ton of weapon parts have accumulated over the course of the game. This is my recruiter set of armor, which is literally just each one gives me 1 point of charisma, so I can recruit more settlers. So I got 20 people at my settlement. This is all my legendary armor, which I store literally underneath the armor workbench. Yeah, there's a lot of it. A lot of them are repeats, because I end up finding a lot of legendary enemies. These are just some suitcases full of bullshit clothing I carry around for my settlers. Then all the Brotherhood of Steel holotags I've completed because I've done Institute ending.
That's something.
So I just use it as a little way to have fun. This is my merchant row. And I've actually ended up naming some of these characters, although I can't interact with them for some reason right now.
Farm's not much.
This one I named, I think, Angelina, and she's set up as the governor of the settlement, and her sister, shit, I can't remember the name of the settler. I have it named on the weapon they're holding, but because I can't interact with them, I can't see the weapon, so I gotta wait.
What have you got to trade today?
I have Haggraves, which is the legendary quality, the tier 4 clothing merchant, and then I also have the Vault-Tec rep, which is a tier 4 trader,
Patch me up.
meaning they can sell legendary gear.
For me.
Then I have a medic here in the Brotherhood of Steel outfit. Throughout this video, you'll notice almost all of my settlers are wearing some form of Brotherhood armor. Just because I've collected it and I really liked how some of it looked. In fact, I'm wearing Maxim's coat. Not Maxim, what's his name? Shit. Elder Max.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
That confused me for a second there. This one is just in a bomber jacket. She's the normal clothing merchant that I just keep Anne there just as the legendary item. It doesn't show up again, but still I can get some stuff. This is where I just have a lot of fucking turrets, because whenever there is an attack, it's nice. For some reason they always attack the beach, so it's nice having them set up there. Welcome to the Cosby Cafe.
Another day of hard work.
In 1 minute you'll see exactly why it's called that.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without
Some random guard wandering. This is Cosby. When I first saw this settler, like when I was starting to use the recruitment beacons in Sanctuary Hills, I noticed he looked a lot like a young Bill Cosby. And then after that whole scandal with the Bill Cosby a couple of months ago, which I think was last year, last year. If my friend had suggested make him a bartender, it'll be funny. So I did that. Then also this right here is my Jaeger's base. You can notice that it's spaced over a little bit because I accidentally misspelled it, because from watching too much Attack on Titan, I misspelled Jaeger. So I went and corrected the spelling from AE to the A. I can never remember what that's called. But it was the actual German writing of it. Okay.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
This is the little outside bar I've set up on the beach. Now this seems that whenever you set a new food shop though, or a bar, it changes the one you had set originally. Like you saw that the cafe was built entirely for more people, but it didn't work. What the hell? These lights are glitched again. Ever since the update, they fixed one of the glitches that light bulbs wouldn't work and produce light sometimes. But for some reason now I had to go back and like really have to pull them off the wall and put them back right where they are, so I can get my lights back on. Because it's literally, they produce light right now. It's just the light around the lamp, not the actual light. That's where I store all the junk, like papers and stuff, so they don't clutter my inventory. They don't take up weight, but it's just annoying seeing them in the inventory. This is where I keep all my settlers. I just have a shit ton of beds on each floor. What's to the top floor? Almost. It took forever to work. Like, it was tons of wood and steel. Yeah, this is the shit ton of wires that I used to make it. It really bothers me, actually, that they got rid of the use for copper for wires in the most recent update. But it makes it a lot easier for doing lights and stuff, like, especially when you start getting into it with the light boxes, like with the hotel sign. Oh yeah, you see me looking. I've taken down the Pridman, and it's just it's a little bit of an achievement. I was looking for the castle because yeah, it's off to my left. I keep forgetting it's there. But yeah, they're in pretty close proximity. Wow, I cannot talk today. So that ends up being quite helpful. I don't know why I walked off here. I should have just jumped, because I always jump off whenever I'm playing on my own. I always just jump into the water behind the hotel, and I land. I don't take enough damage really to kill me, but I can just impact. Kind of like you saw at the beginning of the video. I have house plans because of that one book. Yeah, I have tons of pylons going across the island. Yeah, the boardwalk setup is just literally all wood platforms, because if you see how Spectacle Island is normally laid out, it's all fucking it's very fucking mountainous, and it's annoying as hell trying to get anything built. Okay. So this is the, after a while I was annoyed with storing my legendary weapons when I wanted to find them. So I literally just started storing them in this little hut I made. And each weapon type, you can notice I've nicknamed. Like, all laser rifles are LG-45, all Gausses, you saw. Literally, I've renamed almost all of them. I think the only ones I haven't come up with clever names for, well, not clever, but names for, is the Mini Nuke. And I don't rename melees because I just don't bother because there's so many of them. 10 mils, I only named the CP-10. The Weeping Angel used to be like one of my favorites because it was bleeding damage. I'm just expecting a few of these for no reason. I don't know why. I guess just give you a clear review. I honestly don't know why. Yeah, this thing was actually made a gamma gun that's useful. I got the Lorenzo's artifact on a quest once, and it turns it literally into a sonic boom gun, and it makes it ungodly destructive. Quite hazardous to yourself as well, but still pretty effective. All those damn melees, my plasma guns, and lastly my submachine guns, which I store in a box that I really don't use at all. I only have 2 of them. I've gotten 1 legendary submachine gun so far my entire time playing, and it kind of annoys me. I still haven't gotten the spray and pray. I gotta find a cricket to buy it. Right to my right was the where I used to store my power armor. Then this happened. This is the power armor gallery, because I learned you could shoot fusion cores out and take the power armor frame, so I just started keeping all of them. I have tons of T-45s, Raider sets, T-60s, a lot of Brotherhood of Steel T-60s because of that. Because after that fight in the Pridman, it definitely made it easy. In the beginning of the video, you saw me on the top where I store my X1. Thing is awesome. It was my first X1 set. I maxed it out and put it with military camo. Well, not camo, but military colors. I will be right back. 8 hours later. And we are back. this is just so I can show you some of the stuff that has happened at night. Okay, that was kind of weird.
Gosh, flowers. What brighten this
He
place
was.
up?
I just had his ass in my face because I sit that terminal right in front of the fucking chair, and I should
I wanna
probably
trade a few
expect that
things.
with my
Go
companion.
ahead.
Yeah, this is what happens when I put it out at night. It looks kind of nice, actually. I wish
dangerous
there were a
looking light.
little bit nicer looking like lights,
If you work,
like
you
street
leave.
lights I like,
It's as
but
simple as that.
nah, I have to use these damn futuristic ones, and it's kind of annoying. Okay, that ghoul is eating noodles. I have a lot of them wearing Tegan's armor, because I, used to go to the Pridwin and I would pickpocket them ungodly often. Not ungodly, but extremely often, and just
Yeah?
steal all of them.
Can I get you a
Because
drink?
after a short time, they'll, their outfits
Not
will
right now.
regenerate.
No problem.
Looks like Cosby isn't getting any business anymore, so... I'd spend some time decorating that place.
Hi, how are you?
Let's see.
I should study my lines.
Trying to look for one of
Yes.
the other
Easy
settlers,
living this
but
ain't.
no luck
Huh?
so far.
Huh?
Yes?
I
Huh?
can't remember the last time I had clean.
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
And we are back.
Ain't one of them
Sorry about that.
Yes, my
Just spent some time looking for that one settler.
Got work to do.
Remember I was talking about the governors and earlier on in the video? Apparently the one that was the traitor did not show up, because for some reason, some of them don't like to arrive right away.
I'm looking for trouble. I hope.
Kind of is bothersome
Yes.
sometimes,
You ain't been out
so...
to see Grey Garden. You should
Still
go.
looking, but I cut a lot of it out. Spent about 3 minutes.
Just wanted to
Oh,
trade a
jeez.
few things.
Sure.
Should stay still, I can...
Farm's not much.
And with this,
Out here,
I always
got two
rename,
things, one
so
day
because you
at a
can't
time.
rename settlers, I just rename
Another day of hard
their
work.
weapons, so I can
Never
tell them
changes.
apart. And, that was Angelina, the gun merchant, usually. And then the other one is the armor merchant, if I remember correctly. I never remember. No, wait, the ghoul was the armor merchant, and the other sister is a, general trader. Regardless, still, I found both of them, and I'm happy about it. One carries a combat rifle, and one carries a 44, and I both gave them legendaries. Back when the dog meat duplication glitch was still a thing, before they patched it out. I used to just copy legendaries and give them to settlers just for the fun of it. And here's a, upward view of not upward, skyward view of the entire island, man. Well, see you, everyone.